Good morning. It is day 2 of trying to fill my canning pantry, and I am going to be working on those beans today. I've got them here. We soaked them overnight and they soaked up so much water. I need to show you what they looked like last night before I put water in them and then what they look like right now. I do have out my USDA's complete guide to home canning, so I want to safely can these beans. And they're gonna take 75 minutes, and that's after we do all of the prep. So there's still a lot of prep to go. They're pre-soaked. I need to get out some big pots because I need to get these boiling for 30 minutes. So that's a big pot. And, well, the other one's not that big of a pot. I think we're gonna go with it though. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is get these to get some hot water, and then we will move on. My tea just finished brewing, so I'm gonna go grab that. That pot's not gonna be big enough. I'm gonna need to find a bigger one. So I'm gonna get this one filled up. Got another pot. I've got our 2 pots out. Let's get this one turned on so I can get boiling, and then I can add in the beans. Can you believe these are the same size pot? This one is just skinnier and taller, and that one is wider and shorter. Before I show you what these beans look like, let me remind you what they looked like yesterday before I soaked them. So this is for tomorrow's canning project. I have the full 2 pounds of navy beans here, and then I took out 1 pound 6 ounces of pinto beans, and I'll can those as well. So my note said that for Great Northern beans, it filled 9 quarts with 4 pounds. So I had 2 pounds, and that would fill 9 pints, because that's half of a quart, so 9. And I can only fit 8 on the bottom and 1 on the top. So then I don't need a full 2 pounds of pinto beans, so I did less. So theoretically, I will have 1 full canner load. A little later tonight, I will go and add water to both of these, and then we will deal with them in the morning. Here is what these look like now. They are almost full to the top. It's just crazy. This is why you pre-soak your beans. And could you imagine this happening in the jar when there's really nowhere to release the pressure? So we have tons of beans here. I think this is gonna be the perfect amount, hopefully. So I need to get these into that water. We need to get that water boiling, and then we are off. This is an easy recipe. All that we have to do is boil them for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna fill the jars hot. I need to grab the jars, and then can it for 75 minutes. Okay, the most jars that I can fit in the canner is 16. So I'm going to grab out 16 jars, and then if we don't need them, we'll put them back up. Okay, I've got 16 out. I like to keep some of them with lids because then I can stack them. And up here, I am making so much progress. Look at that. And if you missed yesterday's video, I showed you the tour of my sad canning pantry that doesn't have like anything in it right now. And we canned up some chicken. So later today, I'll need to go through and see if those sealed, get them washed, labeled, and put away. Well, I turned on the wrong burner for one of those, so it wasn't heating up. I'm gonna drain and rinse these ones. Oh man, okay, and these are gonna go into the pot that's kind of starting to get heated. There's more of these, so I feel like if I put these in the pot that isn't quite heated yet, then I'll have enough time. You know, the other one, less beans, less heat. It should even out. Next up is the pinto beans. Ooh, that water was warm. Okay, so now we just wait for these to come back up to a boil. This one was already out of boil, the other one not so much. And then once it does, we'll set the timer for 30 minutes and then we'll get started. We are a minute away from being 30 minutes on this one. This one needs about 2 or 3 more minutes still. But I'm going to get all these jars filled with really hot water. That's how I like to get my jars prepped. Because we don't want them cold. Because if they're cold, they could crack when the hot beans go in them. Some people use their dishwasher. This is just what I like. Here's my timer. I'm going to turn this one off and we'll can those ones first. The other ones I'll just leave go while we work on this. Hi, Cody. Okay.
Just beets.
All right, I'm gonna dump out 2 of these jars. They are warm now, and then I can start filling these jars with the beans. Hopefully I've got enough liquid. Might need a little extra water. A little too much in there. All right, like the rims. You guys, I have been loving canning the last 2 days. I have a lot of ideas for what I want to can. I think the next thing that I can might actually be chili. I have never canned chili before, but I recently got new chili powder because I didn't like the chili powder that I had. And so I'm like, I should use it and I should make chili, because something that I'm trying to do this year that I didn't do in previous years as much is make meals in a jar. I started making meals in a jar, and then I realized that I liked ingredients, but now I'm like, maybe I like meals in a jar too. Because also I don't think I'm ever gonna have like as much canned like corn and carrots and such as I did. It's like, what else would I fill the pantry with? These are, this one and the chicken that we did yesterday are both so easy. It's like a good way to get yourself back into the canning mindset if you've been out of it for a while, because there's not a whole lot of thought that needs to go into it. It's just simple. Okay, so the question is, how many of each do you think that we're going to get? I was thinking that this was going to be a full canner's load between the 2. I can't tell yet. So far this is 4. And it's only 9 a.m., you guys. I have started a load of laundry. I have moved that load of laundry from the washer to the dryer. I have edited the canning video from yesterday when we did the chicken, and it's exporting. And I've gotten this started. Some days I wake up and I have zero energy to do anything, and some days I wake up and it's like we're doing everything all at once. And I don't know how that happens, but the last 2 days, yesterday and today, I've had a little bit more pep in my step. Maybe I'm just finally getting used to the different time change. So you're seeing this a little bit later. I like to batch and film my content way ahead of schedule because that's just what works for me. And maybe it just took me that long to get used to the time change. It was a few weeks ago at this point, but still affects me. I don't think I might. Maybe only once use that lid, maybe never. That's crazy. You'd hardly ever see a lid that's not like rusted and used. Okay, here's 6. Okay, so I got 8 pints from that, which actually, had I known it was going to do 8, that was actually the perfect amount because I wanted the bottom of the canner for one, the top for the other, so we might not get a full canner's load, but that's okay. That's still a lot of beans. We're only a family of 2, and so the amount of time it takes us to go through this much beans is a lot. Okay, here are all the navy beans. I'm gonna get that off. And let's move on to the pinto beans. Actually how many I was expecting, so we didn't get as much of the navy beans as I was expecting. Ironic thing is, it's the exact same amount of what we got of chicken, so I need to get the lid on and we need to get the steam building up. This won't take as long as it took for the chicken. If you were here yesterday, the chicken took 35 minutes, I think, to build up pressure, but this is already hot. The chicken had to heat up on its own. Let's get this on. And I'm gonna turn it a little bit so that all the steam doesn't go into my microwave. So now I just have kind of a bunch of cleaning up to do. minutes and this is already venting, and so I am setting the timer for 10 minutes while I finish cleaning all these dishes. That took a lot less time than yesterday because warm jars heat up faster. We did it. I've got water all over my face, but the dishes are done. We have 6 minutes left on the timer. All right. I want to see if these seal. Okay, here's how I do it. I'm going to tap on them, and if I hear a thud, then it's not sealed, but if I hear a ping or a ting, then it is sealed. That one's not sealed. So here, sealed, not sealed. All right, just one. There you go, not sealed. This needs to go in my fridge, and we will have to use it in the next few days. The other ones need to get washed and then put away. You know, the sides of these aren't that dirty. Sometimes if they're really greasy and gross, I will stick them in the sink and wash them all the way. I think I'm just going to use a washcloth because it's really just the lids. Because these are, like, there wasn't any siphoning. Okay. We're already up to 7 pounds. As I'm doing this, I'm feeling around the side of the jar. And if I feel anything that feels like I need to clean, then I will clean it. But really, I just want to have clean lids. And these are only not clean because of just condensation that comes from the top layer down to the bottom. The top layers are the ones that are like spotless. I need to let these dry all the way, and then we will get them labeled, put away, and we are on our way to filling that canning pantry back up. Okay, I'm thinking through what I want to do here. So I'm doing beans now, so beans can go here. Typically, I mean, I've got these 2 shelves. I wonder if this year, instead of doing like all 1 shelf broth, all 1 shelf chicken, if I do put the rest of the chicken right there, and then up above put extra chicken and extra broth, because I mean, realistically, I can only reach the first couple on this shelf, and that's just overstock. So I think I'm actually just gonna put them right there. Okay, look at the difference in color. Do you see that? The color of this chicken broth is so much more yellow and golden than the last chicken broth that I made. Or I mean, than the last chickens that I made. So I didn't do anything different. The chicken just came up to pressure, not chicken. The beans just came up to pressure. This is the chicken, we did that already. So I just started the timer for 75 minutes. And then as soon as I'm done getting these in here, I'm gonna need to go fiddle with the temperature. Beautiful, look at that. Okay, this makes me happy. This is one basically completely full shelf. And then it does make sense to put the other broth up above because it'll be canned on a different date. So, perfect. Now I have the stove on totally high, and you can see we're now at like 17 pounds of pressure. That's too much, so I'm gonna back off a little bit down here. And then I'm gonna stand here and watch it for a little bit because I don't want it to go below 15, but I wanna find that sweet spot where we have a good amount of pressure. Can you even hear me over this? I've got the dishwasher going, we've got the canner going. But I want to make sure that I'm sitting right around 15, not dipping below and not going way too high. I'm just afraid that way too high would explode. I know that's probably not going to happen, but I'm gonna sit here for a while and do that. And we also now have space to put them when they come out. All right, this has come all the way down in pressure. And let's see, what time is it? It's only 11:46, it's not even noon. I have been so productive today. Both of my loads of laundry are now done and put away. And I'm halfway through editing my second video of the day. And we've done this, which is filming a video too. So it's one of those days that's just super productive. Let's get these out of here. That one's got a lot of condensation on it. Okay, so I want suggestions from you. What should I can? I feel like I'm doing a little bit different of a canning thing this year. Obviously, you need to do my staples, the beans, the chicken, which are done, and then broth. But I think the next thing I'm gonna can might just be chili. So let me know what do you can that you love, keeping in mind that I can't really do anything with peppers. So we gotta leave out peppers because I'm allergic to those, although it's not like that bad of an allergy, but if I eat whole peppers, it is not fun. Okay. Got them all. All right, day 2 has been a success. I am excited to see all of these in the pantry because with canning, like a few canner loads, and all of a sudden the pantry is going to look significantly more stocked than it was. So I'm so ready to get all the jars out of my cabinets and into the pantry full of food. I can't wait. We've got broth coming up, we've got chili coming up, and probably a bunch more things that I don't know yet. So leave your suggestions down below. If you're canning anything right now, let me know what you're canning. What's your favorite? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you didn't check out day 1, I will of course make sure to leave that here for you, and I will leave another fun video for you here. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.